Hey guys, Brett from UPM. How are you guys doing today? I'm getting a little better. I've discovered a few things about what this cold's all about. So needless to say, that's just a quick brief update on that. Not like that's relevant to what I'm going to say today. Well, it is in some sense. Anyways, I've come up with a name for these little videos. I'm going to call them the Unique Perspective. Kind of not really original, but you know what? It's going to run into a long line of other things that I intend on rolling this into in the new year, which is very a lot. There's going to be a lot of that. So please keep your eyes open, your ears open for that on my own website, on my Facebook, Instagram. I'm not really that active on it, and I intend on getting up there. But anyways, enough rambling. I'm going to continue with my protection series. Yesterday or the last week, I talked about dealing with your baggage. Hopefully that kind of sunk in with a few of you, because that is quite possibly the singular most important and effective way of removing attachments and protecting yourself from negative influence. Secondly to that is talismans and stones. There's actually a couple other things, but just I kind of got my stones out to cleanse them anyways. So I'm going to go run through. I have kind of most of my stones kind of laid out here. It is on the forward-facing camera, so I may not be able to see what I'm looking at specifically, and I can't switch it around without stopping this and editing it and putting it together. But with that being said, let's begin. And I'm going to try and give a brief thing because I'm going to try and keep this short. So let's come down here. There we go. Okay, so as you can kind of see if I can kind of go across these. Okay, those are all of my stones that I keep in my pouch, or pouches, I should say. I do have more, but these are kind of my main ones that I use when I'm out doing negotiations and healings, that kind of stuff. My healing stones, I have dedicated stones. They're actually cleansing right now, so you're not going to get a video of those. So with that being said, let's start off with probably the most important one, quartz. This is the 6 quartz I've had since I started doing this. I've had this thing glowing hot. I've had this thing ice cold. I've had this thing vibrating to a point where I couldn't hold on to it, nor can anybody else. Quartz is an energy amplifier, both positive and negative. However, positive intentions, when paired with anything else, make this an extremely powerful tool. Also for healing, as a side note, dip this, soak this in some salt water, and put this along with peridot and hematite, and you got yourself a very powerful healing solution for tight muscles and or energy healing as well. Okay, so then now the next one, which is probably just as important, if not more so than the quartz, is tourmaline. Okay, see the linear structure on it. I have cracked probably close to 2 dozen tourmaline, both with running as much energy through them and also dropping them. They're very fragile. My one I personally have, which is cleansing right now, is tumbled, so that way there it's a little tougher. But with that being said, personal choice. Raw, you get more energy transfer out of them, but they're generally a little bit more vulnerable, shall we say. Okay, so then now for protections, next best thing you want, this one, citrine, whatever intonation you want to take to it. It helps with positive energy, helps with positive influence in your life in specific energy fields and intentions where that's set out. These are very brief overviews. That could go a lot more into depth, but I'm going to try and keep this short. I'm already running very high anyways. So that next one you can probably throw in there is amethyst. Amethyst is very good for your intuition, very good at protecting your intuition, very good at helping your intuition grow. And I throw this in with my protection stones because generally when you put your protection stones up, that means you have barriers around your energy, which means you're less apt to be able to read the energy. So when you throw the amethyst in there, as well as moonstone, which I don't use all that often anymore. When I first started, I used it a lot. You pair this with the amethyst and the moonstone and the lapis, but generally if you're using amethyst, you don't use lapis because lapis is a slightly stronger variation of amethyst with a few slightly different things. This specific batch I picked up has a bit of iron pyrite mixed in with it as well, so it kind of serves double and triple duty. Trying to think of what else. I have a couple other neat little ones in there. Oh yeah, Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye is another good one if you're looking for protections, but generally it's really good for communicating with energies, whether it's human-based or extraterrestrial-based, high vibrational-based, because it's really good at maintaining a spiritual connection while remaining grounded. With that being said, though, it also kicks ass at keeping things positive as well. I have a couple in here that I kind of were given hints with proprietary information, so I'm not going to go through which ones they are, but you kind of guess because they kind of stick out like a sore thumb. But I was given by some high vibrational friends very key information on how to deal with shadow people, or more or less how to hide from them. And they're part of that little ritual. Now, another one, especially if you're an empath, this is already going on 6 minutes long. This one here, I cannot remember the name of it, not for the life of me. However, this one here, every time I hold it, it's quite literally like brick walls go up around me, and I cannot feel any human emotion around me, any energy, emotion, nothing. So if you're an empath and you struggle, this is the one you want. And you know what? I'm going to leave it at that. This is already long enough video. I don't want to go through all of them, but those are kind of the ones that you can use in any combination with for protection purposes. And much like anything else, it's up to your imagination how far, what you want to do with it all. Intention and imagination go very far, very, very, very long way in energy work. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for listening to me being long-winded again, but it was kind of necessary. Next week, I'm going to continue with smudging, and the week after that, I'll probably do talismans, or those two could probably be interchanged. Not quite too sure yet. Many light, many blessings. Be safe. Once again, Brett for the Unique Perspective. Until next week.